Hi guys, this is Yo-Yo Wu from CRI Learn Chinese. Right now, the Spring Festival is around the corner. How are you doing? And I know this is a special year for us all. We have been under a lot of pressure, but right now, seems that everything is gradually going back to normal. And we would like to wish you a Happy New Year. That is because on February the 11th, there will be the last day of the lunar calendar of 2020 in China. And the Chinese Spring Festival falls on February the 12th. So right now we would like to wish you a happy Spring Festival. 祝大家春节快乐，提前给大家拜一个早年。And also we talk about the year-end roundup today. What impresses you the most during the year 2020? And what have you experienced that is more memorable for you? You can share with me on Facebook. Search for Yo-Yo Wu or @Adventure with Yo-Yo. That is new public page. And also you can interact with us on YouTube or on Facebook. Search for CRI Learn Chinese. And today we have a lot of things to talk about, especially to round up my year 2020. I have been through a lot, especially the bone fracture, which is the first time in my life. It is very memorable. So what is the thing that you treasure the most and you think it is the most interesting, or for you, that's the one for the year 2020? And what is your keyword of the year? Feel free to chat with me in the Facebook part. And right now I've seen some comments. So thank you for joining another live stream today. And today we would like to do a year-end roundup. So talking about the year 2020, actually it starts with my pinky. Do you know why? That is because for the year 2020, especially in January, I went to Harbin in the city of Heilong. In the city, we've been to the ice and snow world, which is called 冰雪大世界. It is located in the Heilongjiang province and also in the city of Harbin. I've done several live streams over there, and we have shot several videos to spend the run of the year and also the New Year countdown. We have ring the bell and we've seen the fireworks. It was very nice. It was very nice, but it was also very cold over there. If you feel free that you can go back to click the videos to check out all the Adventure with Yo-Yo series, which is called 优体验, 优体验. And also there's another name that we had in Chinese, 冰雪俏北国. It is especially talking about my staying over there in the coldest part of China. And right now I've seen all the new comments. Jessie Hun is watching the live show. 你好 Yo-Yo, hi Jessie. And Chantal Monroe says 祝你们新年快乐. Hi, thank you so much. So wish you a happy new year. And Josephine says 早. Bandra says pretty queen, thank you. Somebody else sent us an emoji. And Corey says happy new year of the ox. Yes, 祝你牛年快乐. So talking about the year of the ox, actually it is the Chinese zodiac, 牛. And also we say 鼠年 is the year. The last year 2020 and the new year is the year of the ox. And the next year is the year of the tiger. So this year 2020 is the year of the ox. An says 祝你新年快乐，恭喜发财，万事如意. That was great, thank you. So he said, wish you a happy new year, 新年快乐，新年快乐. You can also learn to practice the New Year greetings with me. And 恭喜发财 means I hope you get rich. And 万事如意, hope everything goes on well. That was great, thank you so much. And Harvey Jensen's watching the live show, and Judith says hello. And Pretty Queen says, thank you. All right, so Gary says, it is so wonderful to see you again learning Chinese. It was wonderful to see you as well. And Josephine says, 2020 sucks and 2021 is supposed to be a good year since it has 2 trends yet. All right, so the year 2020 is very memorable. There are a lot of things happening together. And Carlos says, hola, hola amigos. And Judy says, happy new year. And Jessie says, happy new year everyone. Ni hao from John Boning. And Ling Ling is watching the live stream. And Gusam is watching the live show. Alina is saying, hello from Mexico. And Gunnar Omar says, hola. Matt Molinos is here. So happy new year. 新年快乐，恭喜发，后面发就没了。 要加上财啊。Melina says, so Happy New Year and hope you get rich. All right, so talk about the year 2020. Just now we have mentioned about my first business trip. So throughout the year 2020, some of my old year is not the new year. Some of the past year keywords would be about the number 8 for me, and the foot, 8 foot, and yeah, pretty much I would say those are the two most important keywords of the year. That's the two most important keywords of the year. Do you know why? I will just tell you little by little. Because first of all, the number 8, that would be the 8 business trip that I've been taking for the past year. And the second one is the foot. That was because I suffered from bone fracture in July. So I'll tell you little by little. Don't worry that we have all the stories today, and you can also share your stories in the year 2020 with me. Right now I'm seeing a lot more new comments. So a lot of people is joining here. Oh, thank you. Neo Emily says Happy New Year. And Umar says hi from sweet Pakistan. Hi, sweet Pakistani. And Barat says pretty queen learn Chinese language. Thank you. And Neo says hi everyone, happy to be here and to see you again. Happy New Year. Thank you. It's good to see you again. And Eric Wong says good morning, Yo-Yo. Wishing you a happy Spring Festival. Happy Metal Gold Ox year. And bullish year ahead. 恭喜发财. 谢谢 Eric. I hope you have a great year, and wish you and your family members and friends have a fantastic new year of 2021. Everything goes on well, and hope you have good health, and hope you get rich. Right here, a lot of new comments. 你好 from Jeanette Jarowski. Hi, 你好. And right over here, Lono Chinese, pretty queen from Bara Ahmed. And C, and yes, Garcia. And right over here, Bastanda says, hello, I'm from Liberia, hometown in Nepal. I like to learn Chinese. That was great. So, Alina says, please send a hello greetings to my boyfriend, Austin. He's listening to you. Thanks. Alina Rasav is sending a greeting to her boyfriend. It sounds like a radio show that we have been having in the car, that we will send out wishes and New Year greetings to all the people. Thank you so much. And right over here, so Alina is saying hello to her boyfriend, Austin. Hope you received it. And Bastana Bo says Happy New Year. And Jessie says my most memorable event from the past year is meeting Learn Chinese. Wow, that is so nice for you to say so. I hope you have a great year, and it was also our very memorable experience to meet you as well. I hope you have a great day and a great year. And right over here, Shaz says hi from Pakistan. And Mac Molina says 大人朋友可以给你红包吗? Alright, I think you already seen one of the red envelope on the table right here. I've prepared a lot of things for you guys. So just to show you. Yeah, just to show you. So actually, we have talked about the red envelope. So this is a good wish from the senior people to the younger people, especially for young people who hasn't started working. So this kind of red envelope, usually I receive it during the Spring Festival. 通常情况下是在春节的前后，春节的时间内有收到了红包。And then it was a good wish. Sometimes we call it 压岁钱. That means you are 1 year older. And it doesn't matter how much money was inside. It only matters if it's a good wish. It is a good wish. So during the Spring Festival, we also receive this. It is called red envelope. 红包, red envelope. And also the color, it is very special because we believe that the color red represents the lucky color, and also it can ward off the evils. It can ward off the evil. 可以驱邪，可以驱邪。So for young people, before you graduated from college, and also before you enter into the job field, you are supposed to receive the red envelope from the senior people. But if you have already earning money from the working places, if you received any salary, so that's the time for you, to not supposed to receive red envelope. Sad, but still, this right now in China, a lot of people, due to that we cannot, meet regularly right now, most people are staying in their home to spend the New Year. So usually they will receive the e-red envelope online. So more people are staying indoors and spend the New Year in their houses. So they're receiving e-red envelope. And somehow in China, you can always grab the e-red envelope in WeChat or in WeChat groups. That means 抢红包, 抢红包. The e-red envelope. And a lot of people, even though they're working, it doesn't necessarily mean they couldn't send any e-red envelope. So they will send that in their WeChat to their colleagues and to their friends. And right now, yes, red envelope. And Jessie Horn says, my last 红包 I got 1角 note. 1毛钱, 你收到了1毛钱. Who sent you that? It was very generous. And Nessie says, very nice, mean beautiful, Bangladesh. Thank you. And Donna said, Donna the host says, 新年快乐，多爱，谢谢. Happy New Year, have a lot of love, have a lot of love. And Lishan says, hi Mulan, 漂亮老师. Thank you. So that is the latest Disney film adapted by some of the directors to talk about Chinese folktale, Mulan, Mulan, and that is a story to talk about a young lady who's willing to pretend to be a man and join the army for her father. So that is the story, and we call her Hua Mulan. And the latest Disney film is based on this story. It is called Mulan, acted by Chinese actress Liu Yifei. And also the theme song is sung by Coco Lee, one of my favorite singers. And I also met her during my business trip last year. So that was very memorable. That was memorable. So to talk about that business trip, actually that was during the latter half of the year. We went to the Hainan Island International Film Festival, 海南国际电影节. And during the red carpet ceremony, I met her, Coco Lee, who is a very famous singer in China. And also she has sung the theme song for Mulan. That is called 自己, or My Reflection in English. But for the Chinese title, it means 自己, self, oneself, self, oneself. So it is a very sweet song. Right here, because it was during the year end, I can sing a little bit for you guys. Just in case there are any patent issues, I will just sing one sentence. I'll sing one sentence. It's like, 我眼中的自己. Yep, that's enough. Just in case of the copyright issue. And that means, look at my reflection. Look at my reflection. So that is a song basically to talk about that a girl who is respecting herself and having a reflection about what she really wants. So that is really beautiful. That is really beautiful. And if you just tuned in, this is Yo-Yo Boo broadcasting live right here from Sierra Island Chinese on Facebook and YouTube. If you have any kind of questions or comments, feel free to interact me in the comments part. And also, we are talking about the year-end roundup. So what is your New Year wish? In your opinion, what is the most memorable thing in your country or in your household? Feel free to share with us. And right here, I've seen a lot more new comments. A lot of people is joining the live show as well. So Roger Dean says, hi, please shout out from Solomon Island. Hi, I hope I shouted out. And Jonah says, 新年快乐. So talking about last year, it is a very special year. starting from the first half of the year. So after my business trip to Harbin, actually the global pandemic has broke out. And we have also talked about that we had a series videos to showcase, to talk about those delivery guys and other people who are in the management part in the communities who helped to fight against the coronavirus. And also they've been trying so hard, and a lot of nurses run to the city of Wuhan, try to help people and to help the work over there and fight against the coronavirus. Thank you so much for your hard effort. And also during the middle part of the year, so for the latter half in June or July, we have done several live streams to talk about how the supermarket is working on disinfectant. And while you are entering into a public places, most people have to pay attention to the disinfection issue. So they have to use the alcohol or 75% of alcohol-based liquid to disinfect their hands. And also they will wear the mask. And everyone, for everybody over here in China, while they're entering into any kind of public places, they'll scan the QR code. We call it 健康码, or the green QR code, and to showcase that you haven't been to those places that was deeply infected by coronavirus. And also it can contain the tracks of the places that you've been to. So everyone, when you're outside or in the public places, everybody will wear the mask. And for the latter half of the year, I have experienced something very significant in my life, and which is I should say a whole new experience for myself. That was because I have suffered from a bone fracture,骨折, bone fracture for my right foot. And that is, I'll put it in short. So I'll talk about that story in a minute. And right now, let's double check about the comments. So what is your most memorable experience? Feel free to let me know. And what do you wish for the year 2021? Feel free to let me know in the comments part. And right now I've still received a lot of new comments. Jesse Horn says, learn Chinese. That was 3 years ago and was my, oh, nice. So you met Learn Chinese like 3 years ago, right? That was great. And tell us more about your experience with Learn Chinese. And Harvey O'Neill says, did you like the recent Disney Mulan film? That was a very good question. So I went to the cinema to watch that film. I think I'm very impressed by the leading character, Liu Yifei, and she's super good. She's very pretty, and the acting skill is good. And this story, I'm not, very, how to say, I'm not fond of most part of the story, but some part that I think it is very touching, especially due to the love between Mulan and her father and the family members. Something that I also noticed is that, so in that film, did you notice there's a special building when they're filming, and Mulan is living inside of that building, and so the whole house, it is a round shape, and you have a yard in the middle. It looks like the Beijing Siheyuan, those kind of hutong area, but that was the square part. And this time in the Mulan, you can see it is a round house. So that is a typical house instruction in Fujian province in the southern part of China. So while you're living inside of this kind of houses, actually you have one house, and then a lot of your neighbors are living inside of this building, and you can see everybody else. So inside of this kind of house, actually, everybody's gossiping about everybody else, and so you can always meet your neighbors. The good side is, well, you can enjoy a lifestyle with a lot of friends. It looks like the American TV series Friends. So you are all living together. It was very good. During the New Year time, you can all having a feast together. That was great. That was great. And the latter part would be somehow you will receive a lot of news from everybody. It is a little, too much for me. But I think it's a very interesting movie. We can take a look at it from several angles. And to talk about Mulan, I think part of that story, it is very fascinating because the actress Liu Yifei did a great job, and for all of those kind of action parts, I especially like the kung fu part and the action film. So I think it is a good side for it. I would give a 4-star rating to that film. So I think it is well done. And other people are also watching the live stream. Mac Molino says, 我希望我的好朋友都会给我很多红包压岁钱. For you, I would say they can send you some e-red envelope, and probably, yeah, you can talk about 红包. Usually, like dear audiences, how much money would you receive in the red envelope like this one during the New Year? 那通常情况下，你在过年的时候，如果收到红包，你会收到多少钱的红包呢？ Feel free to let me know. And William is watching the live show, and Koi Anthony is saying, I wish for good health and happiness. 我祝大家身体健康，阖家幸福。Thank you so much. And Steve Malone is watching the live show, and Roger Francis is saying, good to see you. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, Yo-Yo-Woo. 非常高兴遇到你，然后同时希望你的周末很愉快。So actually, we're working on Sunday. It is a working time, but thank you so much. I will enjoy Sunday. And Longsan says, good morning. Andrea is watching the live show, and we share the same wish. Yes, indeed. From Ola says, I wish COVID-19 go away forever. That was the wish for everybody. Thank you for leaving a comment. And right here, I've seen a lot more new comments. Thank you. And if you just tuned in, this is Yo-Yo broadcasting live right here. We're talking about the year-end roundup. So right here, we have seen, something okay, from another audience whose name is John Boning. He said, learn Chinese, 我不会休息. I will not rest. John Boning. 我们也不会休息. We are not rested as well. And 你好 says, 祝大家早安. Hi, good morning everyone. And Tina says, Happy New Year. And alright, so Basanta Bro says, hi sister, I like everything Chinese culture, and I'm also near from China in Nepal, but now I work in Liberia Island. I have watched every episode Learn Chinese. That's nice to meet you. 他说你好，我非常喜欢 Learn Chinese 的，我非常喜欢中国的文化以及文化中的每一个部分。同时呢，我是住在尼泊尔，离中国很近。但是目前呢，我在利比亚工作。我看了 Learn Chinese 的每一集节目，很高兴遇到你。That was great. So hope you enjoy your work over there. And it is near the Chinese Spring Festival. We wish you a good Chinese Spring Festival. At the same time, hope everything goes on well, and hope you get rich and have good health. Have good health. 祝你身体健康。And right here, Gary Kamso says, Chinese is a beautiful language. 中文是一种很美的语言。And great when singing. 唱出来的时候就更美了。I enjoy learning to write it. 我很享受写中国字。And knowledge you're telling us. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That was great. That was great. Eric Wang says, wishes for the world to return to normal. 希望全世界都能恢复常态。Almost 1 year of travel freeze. 1年都不能出去旅行了。I share your feeling. Social distancing and masking. 1年的时间都是在进行社交隔离和社交距离和戴口罩。Hopefully the vaccination will bring things under control. 他希望疫苗能够让每一件事情都在我们的掌控之中，可以让其他事情都恢复到常态，让全世界恢复到常态。Thank you so much, Eric Wang. And near the Chinese Spring Festival time, I hope you all goes on well and have a good health and earn a lot of money. At the same time, be happy in the new year of Ox. Thank you so much for your comment. And 你好，你好，祝贺大家新年快乐，年年有余。That was great. Thank you so much. Hope you have a happy new year, everybody. And hope you have a little bit extra in everything. Thank you. And Harvey says, thank you for your wonderful review of Mulan. I want to see it now. That was great. Thank you. And 祝你牛年万事如意. Hope everything goes on well in your wish. And Yulai says, 你好，悠悠, Happy New Year. Happy Chinese New Year. Thank you. Oh, and Kenny Ann says, Yo-Yo, 谢谢 for the cookie and coffee. Wow, you've seen it. So actually, I ordered a cup of coffee right here. I'll drink it to share with you guys while you're watching it. And this one is not a cookie. So this one is apricot. Apricot 是杏干, dried apricot. I think it is very good for me to, after talking for a long time, this is very good to increase the mouth water so that my throat is a little humid instead of talking for a long time and then I lost my voice again. Alright. Alright, so a lot of new comments. Orientano says, hi sister, I'm currently in the United States, but may love to go to China someday. Please, how can I start learning Chinese basics? 我们这边有一个美国的观众，他说，我目前住在美国，但是希望将来某一天可以去到中国。请告诉我该如何开始学中文？我该如何开始学中文？ That was more like a very common question that I received in the past year. 这个呢，在去年1年当中，我收到了无数次类似的问题，就是讲说我该如何开始学。Well, my opinion, in my humble view, I think you can start with something you really love or something really simple. Such as, well, if you like Kung Fu, you can start to watch some Chinese Kung Fu movies. If you like calligraphy, you can start to write some characters. If you like to sing, you can just remember and practice some Chinese songs. Those are the part when you start to learn the language. Probably, I think it will be useful for you to start receiving it and to start memorize it. But not to give yourself too much pressure. You can always practice with your friends. Just like previously we have done a video, later on I will also post it on my Facebook account. You can also follow me on Facebook, my public page. I have a new public page. It is called @Adventure with Yo-Yo. All together. Adventure with Yo-Yo. You can search for that and follow me on my public page. I also post a video on that. So when we talk about some Chinese songs, actually I can teach you a little bit. So previously we can sing another song with a group of singers back over there in Sanya. My cameraman is also here with me. So we talk about the moon represents my heart. Remember that song? So you can even start with a song, with a Chinese song. You can remember it. The moon, 月亮, 月亮. Represent 代表 mine 我的 heart 心 So those kind of sentences is very easy for you to remember it, and then you can start to practice in the song and to say a little bit of Chinese and practice it with your friends. So while you're singing it, you don't have to have any kind of pressure because music can cure all the kind of stress or any other kind of emotion. So you can actually practice a Chinese song and start to learn it. I'll quickly just tell you one or two sentences of it. Just be cautious about the patent issue. So one sentence like 月亮代表我的心. So this is one sentence that you can pick up and to learn how to say Chinese words to link all the words together, to link the words together. Like 月亮, the moon, 代表, represent, 我的, mine, 心, heart, heart. It's like 月亮代表我的心. You can sing it out loud and practice again and again, and then you can remember a little bit of Chinese. So I think it is a good way to start learning. I don't know whether you like my way to represent it. So I hope it's a little helpful. And also when we talk about the Liddy's film, the Disney film Mulan, we have also talked about Coco Lee's theme song. Remember that? So one part of it would be myself, 自己. So it's like 我眼中的自己. I look at myself, I look at my reflection. 每一秒都愿意. I'm satisfied with every second of it. So you can always practice like this, and you can remember the Chinese word little by little with no stress at all. And then when you sing it more, you'll remember more. So I think that will be a great way to learn another language. But that is only my humble opinion. Whether that will work for you or not, you still have to try and practice and try and practice. Never give up. Like Pink has said, try and try and try. So you can always tell me about your own feeling of the new way, and we can discuss about it. So I think it is a little helpful on that tip, but let me know your thoughts. All right? And right here, Kenny Ann says, 谢谢, no worries. And so, Olotayo, I hope that can help you a little bit. Feel free to let me know. And Jessie says, Happy New Year, Learn Chinese. And viewers, hi, Happy New Year. Giovanni Luca is online. 你好 Yo-Yo. So, 我们的澳大利亚的观众朋友们已经，我看现在澳大利亚是几点？应该是早上，澳洲是下午2点半。So our Australian audiences have finished the lunch and they're online right now. Hi, Giovanni. And Kenny says, Yo-Yo, you need more food, and that is not enough. So I'll eat more for the lunch time right now. It is about 11:40 in Beijing. 现在是北京时间上午的11点40分了。我很快就要吃中饭了。谢谢 Kenny， 我们的 Kenny Ann 澳大利亚的观众有讲说，你赶快多吃一点，你刚才吃那点不够。And Jessie says the apricot will also coat your throat as well. 他说我刚才吃的这个杏干其实对嗓子很好的，我个人也是这么认为，因为它是可以把嗓子周围可以包裹起来，这样更方便我来发音哈，不会太多磨损嗓子。Sanjan says, that's a pleasure to see you again. Sanjan Sri Lanka, hi. 我们斯里兰卡的观众朋友们也上线了，很高兴能再次见到你，谢谢。Kenny says, Kenny Ann, I fully agree. Thank you, Jessie, and you always have a lot of very helpful suggestions. And Jessie also said, I love Chinese calligraphy. Yo-Yo, 她很喜欢中国的书法。Kyo Nempror 说老师杏干甜吗？刚才没有尝出味道，其实尝出来了，还想再吃一个，挺甜的，我个人觉得挺好吃的。Apricot 杏肉 ，dried apricot 杏干。Very good. This is really good. Oh, Christine Castillo is watching the live show, and Kyo Memperhall is watching the live show. Thank you. And Kyodam Pandan says, how many languages do you understand? Why you ask? A little. like hi, good morning, 你好, and как дела, спасибо, and gute Nacht, danke, and bonjour, comment ça va? Ça va bien, merci beaucoup. Et 안녕하세요, 배고파, 어떡해? And どうぞ、私はゴーです。おはようございました。And like gule gule, like and etc. Because I have a lot of business trips and try to learn more languages by myself. So basically, yeah. Whenever I went to a new place, I would like to learn its culture, and I believe that the language is more like the bridge to shoulder the culture in its background. And I find it is very interesting. Well, just for example, like a few years ago, I went to have a business trip in Turkey. So I tried to learn the local language, and then I tried to communicate with the desk front to talk about my check-in. Well, I say merhaba and güle güle, and they're so surprised. And then they talk with me for a long time to talk about why are you here, and also they give me some very kind suggestions about my staying over there in Istanbul. So I think it is a very memorable experience for me to have my special experience in a whole new different world in a totally strange situation. So I think that just like learning Chinese, it's not simply to learn a language. It's more to build up the friendship with other people who speak Chinese, or to understand more in a whole new culture. So I think that is very interesting. So for myself, I think it is a very memorable experience. And then, oh, Jesse Horn is very nice. He has posted my new public Facebook page on right here in the comments bar. So there's a link that you can follow my public page, which is called Adventure with Yo-Yo. So that is a new public page, and Yo-Yo is like a private page. It's my personal page. And then I have a public page. So in the future, I will have a lot more interesting videos posted over there on that website. And Mac Monia says, that is my favorite classic song. Oh, you mean the Moon Represents My Heart? All right, that is very beautiful. That is very beautiful. And Tina says, "心有你问我爱the moon represent so 你问我爱 is like you ask me how much I love you, like 你问我爱你有多深, and then it's like you ask me how much I love you, and I can only tell you that the moon represents my heart. It's like this kind of connotations in the background story in the song. The moon represents my heart, and the moon is 月亮, 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 月亮. And also during the past years, we have talked about the Chinese lunar probe went to the moon, and we have talked about several probes' names. And somehow that we have the different characters from the Chinese mythology and from the Chinese folktales to name those kind of lunar probes. And we have also talked about the far side of the moon, 暗月, 暗月面, 暗月面或远月面. 同时我们还有讲到说有嫦娥, 嫦娥 which is a goddess on the moon, the goddess on the moon, and 玉兔, 玉兔 who is the little rabbit living on the moon to accompany 嫦娥, the goddess of the moon. And right here, Otaro says thanks, and Otaro says thanks a lot, Yo-Yo. And Chloe says we are so lucky Yo-Yo sent for us, LOL. So I only sing because it is the year end. 我就是因为年底了，给大家发福利哈。And Giovanni says, gee, Yo-Yo, I have a sweet voice. Thank you so much. Eric Wang says, wow, you can sing well, potential singer in the making. Thank you, you all very kind to me. And Mac Manito says, 你问我爱你有多有多真，有多真而不是心。它的真的意思呢，就是说 how much do you love me for a fact, or how much you really love me, 有多真， 真 is like truth, is like truth, like truly, how much do you love me? It's like this kind of meaning. And yeah, so 你问我 you ask me, 你 you ask 问我 me 你问我 Tito says yet and Christy Castillo says now can you sing us Despacito. I'm only cautious about whether there's a different kind of patent issue and copyright issue 只是注意版权问题哈 and I can only sing a little bit. Yeah, that is the song Despacito from a very famous Canadian singer, so Justin Bieber, 比伯大帝唱过 Despacito as well. So I'm gonna only sing a little bit of it instead of all of it because Facebook is very cautious of copyright issues. 因为 Facebook 非常注意版权问题，所以我们不会唱太多哈。但是我会唱一个最经典的一个桥段，就是比伯 Justin Bieber 唱过的一个，就是 Despacito da 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 da. Yeah, that's enough. Just in case we are beeping. 就是要注意版权问题。And Matt Molino says, 悠悠，请多唱点儿。This is not a singing show. Yeah, 就是 so because another audience, Matt Molino says, Yo-Yo, please sing more. Well, actually, we are cautious about copyright issue because right now it's during the year end now, so probably maybe a little bit more if you like it. Somehow, as we talk about the beautiful song that sung by Coco Lee, a lot of audiences also talked about that. 因为刚才我们有好几位观众有提到《木兰》这部电影，以及我们是不是喜欢这部电影和李玟唱的那首主题曲。现在我们的另外一位观众 Mac Melinos 还希望我们再多唱一点。这个好难取舍呀，因为要讨论到这个版权问题，我们不能唱太多哈。我们看一下，So in the latest Disney film, Mulan, which is based on the Chinese folktale, so that theme song sung by Coco Lee is talk about a girl whose name is Mulan to look at the reflection in the water on the surface and to reflect herself, to think about a lot and whether she loves the life she's experiencing, and also she wants to make sure that she's willing to make the decision to live for herself for every second. She's going to enjoy every second. So yeah, thank you, Mac Molinos, for because of the year end. This is more like a bonus part. So I'll sing a little bit more, just if you like it. Okay. 由于刚才有好几位观众都希望我们再多唱一点点哈，因为注意版权问题，我们还少唱一点点。但是呢，可以多唱一点。刚才几位观众提到的，最新的迪士尼的电影《木兰》当中，李玟唱的主题曲自己哈，我们来看一下。Okay. 我眼中的自己，每一天都相信，活得越来越像我爱的自己。我心中的自己，每一秒都愿意为爱放手去追寻，用心去珍惜。Yeah, that's the only part of this song. So the background story is to talk about, I look at my reflection. 我看到河中的自己的倒影，我看到自己 and I believe it every day. I'm living the life that I want to live. I look at my reflection on the surface of the water. I'm willing about every second of it. I'm satisfied with every second of it. If I love somebody, I just go to do it. I just go to chase it. If I'm having my whole heart devoted in the current life, I will treasure every minute of it. That's the theme song. And so that is what it's about the lyrics. So it is a beautiful story. It is a beautiful story. Me, myself, I prefer that theme song rather than even than the movie. So it is a very lovely song. And as I talk about last year, we went to the Hainan Island International Film Festival. We have met Coco Lee. I'm so excited to talk about that. And she sang that theme song. And she also talked about that she would like to spend a vacation over there in the Hainan Island because it is very warm. Right now in China it's the winter time because we are living in the northern hemisphere. And then she talked about that she would like to immediately take a vacation. Stay there for a long time because the people are so nice over there and the weather is such great weather over there. So yep. Mac Laninos, I don't know whether you enjoy this. So yeah, that is the year-end bonus part. Jessie says, Yo-Yo is an amazing polyglot indeed. Thank you. And Cheng Ying Ru says, Yo-Yo, 你的窗面是黑暗的吗？好像是晚上。不是的，后面是一个很漂亮的一个窗格，中国的木质的窗格，然后后面是一个船的图画，还有我们的摄像老师精心布置的彩灯，是摄像老师精心布置的彩灯吗？在里面？是哈，好是，非常漂亮，非常漂亮。后面是一个船的图景，是中国江南水乡很漂亮的一个图画。So right now it is during the noon time, and we're going to have the lunch over here in China. What is your local time? Feel free to let me know over there. And William says, very impressive, 666. 你连这个都知道。So in Chinese internet slang, we talk about 666. Which means awesome, you've done a great job, and I'm so shocked. It is more like an equivalent of WOW, or it's like the capital letters all the time, like wow, that's kind of very impressed. And yeah, thank you, Willem. Happy New Year. And Giovanni Luca says, I will be listening to Yo-Yo. I'm driving back to Melbourne. 哦，他现在已经要回到墨尔本了。哦，在开车啊。你在开车，你怎么能看我们的直播呢？你要小心点儿。All right, so another Australian audience is driving while watching our live stream. Thank you so much for your support, but please be careful while you're driving. Just pull over and then watch our live stream. Just be careful, be careful. 注意一点，小心一点哈。Oh, Mac Menino says. Parlez-vous français? Yo-Yo c'est incroyable, oui. Je peux parler un petit peu de français, c'est parce que j'ai étudié le français dans l'université pour 2 ans. Un petit peu. Merci beaucoup et bonne année. And Kavina says, thank you, I'm watching the live show. And Mac Lino 说，我不是法国人，但是美国人。Oh, Mac, you're from America. Hi, Happy New Year. So during the Christmas time and during the year-end time, what is your wish? And usually for the year 2020, what impresses you the most? Feel free to let me know. And Jessie says, I also like to add another most memorable moment of this year. It will be seeing Yo-Yo ziplining on the live stream. Thank you. That was during the summertime. 他有想起我们在美国的一位观众说，他2020年印象最深刻的事情是看到我去做高空滑索。哦，我想起来那一次了，是很惊险，是很惊险。我记得 ，so I still remember during the zip lining while I was asking someone who is more like a security guard or who can protect me. I asked him, so because it was like on the second storage, and then we are ziplining, trying to go over there. At the end, I can see a big pillar. So I'm asking him if I can just, ziplining to the other end. What if I just bump into that pillar, or if I just stop? How do I stop it? And then he said, if you bump into that pillar, you can stop yourself. It's just like, well, I was learning how to ski, and people didn't tell me how to stop. It was a little scary. But yeah, that was very funny because actually they can control the remote and they can make me stop. So yeah, that was very good. That was very good. 这是非常非常有意思的一次经历哈，是我第一次经历高空滑索哈。And Yole Tran says, Yo-Yo, very interesting to learn with you today. Thank you. And 你好你好 Yo-Yo 漂亮说唱的，谢谢。Rap is 说唱。And Christine says, why all the Chinese sing very nice and I sing like Godzilla with flu. Christine 说，为什么所有的中国歌曲都非常的好听，但是为什么所有的中国人都唱得很好听，但是我唱的像像恐龙得了感冒。Christine, don't lose hope. Christine, 你可以唱得很好听哈，不见得一定像恐龙得了感冒。但同时呢，你可以把你唱歌的视频发给我们看一下，让我们来鉴定一下。And you can send your singing video to us. Well, we can read that. We can listen to that. Feel free to send any kind of videos too. On Facebook, you can search for Adventure with Yo-Yo. And right now we come to the second story. So, okay, we've talked about my business trip to Harbin, and then we've talked about the business trip to Sanya, and later on all the video shooting and live streaming, especially during the time when we are fighting against the coronavirus in China. And also we talk about that my first bone fracture. Something interesting. Not long ago, so it was in January this year. I had a second very exciting experience. That was because after work, I called a cab to pick me up, and then while I get out of the car, I try to grab my bag on the back seat. So I have just finished my whole new experience of the first bone fracture on the right foot. And on that night, so I get out of the car, still leave the door open, and try to grab my bag, 拿回拿我的包 on the back seat. I'm grabbing my bag and then trying to take it out and close the door and go away. But the driver, probably he's very tired for a whole day of working. He didn't know that. He's like, while I was grabbing my bag, leaving the door open, I still haven't closed that door, and he tried to drive the car. He tried to drive the car. So my foot is right in front of the tire, and his tire squeezed my left foot this time. I was like, wow, dude, what are you doing? And then he suddenly noticed that I haven't closed the door and the tire has squeezed my foot. He trying to back down the car, and so squeezed it again. So my left foot was squeezed twice. I'm curious whether this will be the second bone fracture of my year. Still in the lunar year 2020, so I'm a little surprised to that. It was very funny. And then he tried to take me to the hospital, and the doctor looked at my left foot and said, so yeah, you probably that will be another bone fracture, but we will keep it in surveillance. We'll try to keep a note on it, and we'll wait for tomorrow whether there will be another bone fracture, and then we'll have an x-ray. So everything we can decide on the second day. And I was like, okay, I just finished the first bone fracture and there will be a second one. So that was like, I'm very intense. And for the second day, after my left foot has been numbed for a year, for a day, not a year, for a day, and then I found out that it is healed. There's no pain in it anymore. It's just like a little numb. So I'm quite sure there's no more bone fractures. So yeah, that is one of my most memorable experience during the lunar year. And I'm super grateful that I didn't break my left foot as well. So right over here, a lot of people are leaving a comment over here. Koi says, quite shocked because you can sing it live. Thank you. It is a year-end bonus. It is a year-end bonus. And hello from Abdul. Thank you, and hope you have a great day. Jessie says, learn Chinese. Yes, Yo-Yo truly special. Thank you, and Yo-Yo is equally special, of course. And Muhammad says, hi. Magmalino says, no more accidents for Yo-Yo. Yes, no more. And Muhammad says, 牛年到了. 牛年到了，新年快乐. Yes, Happy New Year. And Ibrahim says, very nice. It is very nice. New Year. And for my year-end business trip, I've had 7 business trips. within 2 months. So we've been to Shanghai, we've been to Wuhan, and for the Yo-Yo's Adventure with the high-speed rails, we went to a lot of places to shoot more live streams. Remember, we talked to a very cute kid in Shanghai. 我们坐高铁看中国优体验高铁行 and that was around October, yes, 在国庆节期间 and then we've been to Tibet Autonomous Region in China. 我们之后又去了西藏又体验西藏行 and then we've been to Zhejiang Province, went to Shaoxing, and I've experienced the first time for me to go to a private jet, and we sit in the shotgun seat. 我们去了绍兴 我们去了浙江的绍兴同时体验了在空中做直播有坐私人飞机 and then actually someone else asked me how much is the plane and they want to buy like 2 little jets 同时呢有体验过我人生中第一次无意间的直播带货竟然有人想要买私人飞机也是一位澳大利亚的朋友 and then we went to Wuzhen in Zhejiang Province, and that was very funny because we went to the World Internet Conference, World Internet Forum. 我们当时有去乌镇的世界互联网大会互联网论坛 We've noticed that very small ring to talk about that little ring while you're putting on your finger and it can test your pulse and can test your heartbeat. 我们当时有看到特别小型的一个监测仪器，大概是一个小戒指形状。 只要戴在手上就可以监测你的脉搏，监测你的心率和你各个方面的情况，以及血液的含氧量。And also how much oxygen is in your blood vessel. So that is very impressive because right now the wearable equipment is very helpful. You put it on your finger and it can detect a lot of data. So I think in the future we'll have more wearable equipment and they're getting smaller and smaller. 那我们在世界互联网论坛上有看到很多高科技的产品是非常 impressive， 让人印象深刻。And then later on we went to the Island International Film Festival， 我们又去了海南岛国际电影节，That was very impressive. To talk about everything all together, I think throughout the year， 我们有经历了冰霜的洗礼我们去冰霜的洗礼，同时呢，感受到中国的速度。我们坐高铁中国还有经历了在雪域高原上，我们有看到卡若拉冰川，当时有去到西藏，海拔5000米，然后回顾当年我们所有的这些经历，又带着这份喜悦去开了私人飞机，在绍兴。 同时呢，又有看到高科技的发展，以及祖国在互联网行业当中的一些进展，就去了乌镇的世界互联网大会。最后我们偶遇了一些明星在海南三亚南岛国际电影节。So throughout the year, all of those memorable experience, we have been to the coldest part of China and hurt my pinky, but enjoyed a lot of fantastic experience and things in the cold part of China Harbor and went to the ice and snow world. And with those excitement, we went to Shanghai and Wuhan to experience the speed of China and take the high-speed rail. We've also experienced the fastest train in the world, which can actually speed up to 350 to 400 kilometers per hour, which is a fastest train. And then we've gone to the Tibet Autonomous Region in China, the Karola ice rink. We've experienced a lot of latest changes in the Tibet Autonomous Region. That is because people who are registered has lifted out of poverty, and more people are taking in new houses, and their life has changed overnight. So later on, we've to a lot of places like Shaoxing and Wuzhen to experience the World Internet Conference, World Internet Forum. And later on, we went to drive the private jet. And later on, we met a lot of superstars in Hainan Island International Film Festival. That was very impressive. We've taken 7 business trips within 2 months and been to 9 cities. So that is so far my record of doing as much business trip as possible in a very short period of time. So yeah, challenge myself a little bit. And then we've seen a lot more comments. Thank you so much. So if you just tuned in, this is your year-end roundup. I hope you can share your year-end roundup with me as well. Seeing says, hi Yo-Yo, you're never late. Better late than never. And also is in the comments, and Jess says, hi, and I've seen a lot more new comments. Very nice from Abraham. And Mama says, 恭喜发财. Hope you bitch. Yes. Jessie says, oh, I will place a butterfly on any new foot fracture if I need it. Much rather not. I have very downhearted while you fracture your toe. Thank you. I will not fracture any more toes. No more toes to fracture. Roger says, great live feed. Hope you continue to have an enjoyable day. Thanks so much, Yo-Yo. Whoa, thank you. So if you feel free, I have a new public page on Facebook. You can always follow me on @Adventure with Yo-Yo. I have all my adventures shared on the public page. And Mulan says good morning. All right, 中午好. Have a great noon. Muhammad says, Yo-Yo made this new year shower with lots of money. Yeah, bring my red envelope over here. I hope a lot of cash coming down like a rain from the sky. And Mac Molino says, we love the International Film Festival in Sanya. That was great. That was great. Isn't that fantastic? And good morning from Alfsar. Make a simple conversation for us. Hi, good morning. So if you just tuned in, this is Yo-Yo broadcasting live, and let me know, what is your New Year wish? What have you done throughout the year? What is the most memorable things for you? And you can always follow me on Facebook. Search for @Adventure with Yo-Yo. That is my new public page, and you can also follow us on CRI Learn Chinese on Facebook. And thank you for your watching. And today we have the year-end roundup, and I was talking to you. It was so nice to meet you guys again. We will have a lot more interesting things going on, and right now it is near the year-end. So previously, we would like to hold this hongbao to wish you guys a happy Spring Festival and wish you get rich. Hope you have good health and a great new year 2021. This is Yo-Yo broadcasting live right here. I hope you have a great day, and right now we're going to have lunch. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.